Brett, how you doing today?
Good.
Good. Look at these books. Remember we read these last week?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to choose one to review for me? Which one do you want to start with?
This one.
Okay. Do you remember the title of that book?
Always Be Safe.
Always Be Safe. And let's take a look. What's this right here?
The author.
The author. Okay, the person who wrote the book. Can you read her name? Do you remember?
Kathy Schultz.
Excellent. And how about this? What do you think that is?
The illustrator.
The illustrator. What's the illustrator's job?
To draw the pictures.
Great job. And her name was Catherine Potter. Let's go ahead and get started.
Sit using scissors or you might get hurt.
Good job. Nice and loud reading.
Wash before eating or you might eat dirt.
You see how she's washing all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't eat anything yucky? Yeah.
Ask before tasting or you might get sick.
It's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah.
Check before touching or you might just stick.
Uh-oh.
It says wet paint.
It does. You gotta check before you sit down. You're gonna be a mess.
Stay with a grown-up or you might get lost.
Good job.
Sit in your chair right or you might get tossed.
Uh-oh.
Which one? Which one? That one?
What do you think?
That one.
You think that person might get tossed out of their seat?
Yeah.
They might. They sure might. I like how you're using the pictures to figure out what you're reading.
I think that one's sitting the regular way, but its legs are just straight and then his are out.
Yeah, that could happen.
Hold on while climbing or you might fall off.
You might.
Zip up your coat or you might start to cough. Ask before petting or you might get nipped.
Look at that word, nipped. What do you think that means?
Like bit by the dog.
Yeah. And does your mommy or daddy say, always ask before you pet a dog?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good rule to follow.
Tie before walking or you might be tripped.
Good idea.
Ride with the helmet or you might get lumps.
Good idea there too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Buckle your seatbelt or you might get bumps.
Always being safe.
Always be safe.
Let's keep our book flat. See if you can do it flat and kind of follow along.
In whatever you do. Nothing is quite important as you.
Excellent job. Let's go back and look at that. You skipped a word right there. Can you try that again for me?
Nothing is quite as important as you.
Wow, what a great job. I like how you went back and fixed that. It was just a little word, but you had to fix it. So what's this book all about?
Being safe.
Being safe. Did they do some things that kept them safe?
Yes.
They did. Do you remember some things that they did?
They rode their bike with a helmet and they asked before petting a dog.
They sure did. That was great. Okay, do you remember when we read Bears, Bears Everywhere?
Yes.
And would you like to try that one again for me?
Yes.
Did you like this one last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think I remember you really did. Okay, can you try the title for me?
Bears, bears everywhere.
Excellent job. Can you touch as you read for me?
Bears, bears everywhere. Bears, bears everywhere. Bears in pairs. Bears, bears everywhere. Bears in squares.
And let's take a look at that. Look at those bears. What are they doing?
Skateboarding.
Skateboarding. Do you like to skateboard?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you do. Okay, touch under the words so you don't miss any for me.
Bears, bears everywhere. Bears in chairs.
Oh, look at that.
Bears, bears everywhere. Bears climb stairs.
Great job.
That
Nice
doesn't look really tall,
No,
the stairs.
not too tall, but off they go.
Bears, bears everywhere. Bears pay fares. Bears, bears everywhere. Bears chase hares.
Excellent. And I saw you stopped on this word fares. I'm glad you figured out what that was because we talked about it last week. Fares was what?
Paying money so you can go and keep on driving.
That's right. You have to pay your fare.
Bears, bears everywhere. Bears eat pears. Bears, bears everywhere. Bears like fairs.
And I remember last week we had to figure out what this was by looking at the picture. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
He's holding the map upside down.
Uh-oh. He might be lost.
Bears, bears everywhere, bears can scare. Bears, bears everywhere, bears curl hair.
And what do you think they're doing on this page?
Trick-or-treating.
Right.
It says on the bag,
It says on the bag, what does it say?
trick-or-treat.
Oh, it sure does.
Bears, bears everywhere, I love my bears.
And remember this, Mark, the exclamation point? How does that tell you how to say things?
Like you're shouting it,
Shouting it, or what else?
like you're excited.
Can you say that like you're excited?
I love my bears.
Good job. Fantastic. Well, those are the two that we read last week. Now, are you ready to start a new book this week? Are you? Are you excited?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. I'm going to have you choose. Which one would you like to try first?
That one.
This one. And just by looking at the cover, what do you think it's going to be about?
Mice.
Mice. Look at those cute little furry mice. You're right. Let's find out. Okay, the title is
Mice are nice.
You're ready to read. Let's just look at the pictures and enjoy and see what we think it might be all about. Look at those little furry guys. What do you think they're doing?
Smelling something.
Maybe smelling something. Have you ever seen mice at a pet shop? You have? What do?
They run around and they run in a circle.
In the wheels?
Yeah.
They sure do. Let's see if those mice do any of those things. Oh, wow. Look at that picture. What do you think they're talking about there?
Their ears and their eyes.
Fantastic. And here's some more little mice friends. Look at all their different colors. Did you notice that? Do they come in different colors? They sure do. That's right. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. What do you notice about that mouse?
A really long tail.
It is a really long tail. And what are they doing here?
Eating or smelling the food.
They sure are. That's what mice do. They like to eat and smell. Okay, let's go back real quick. When you said smelling the food, that made me think of something. This word, that word is twitch. And you're going to get to this word when you're reading, and that word means to wiggle. So when they're smelling, they're wiggling their nose. So let's continue and see what else might happen. Oh, look at those little mice. Do you see this punctuation mark? What does that tell you?
That it's like shouting.
It's shouting or it's exciting. It's called an exclamation point. You've seen that in some of our other books that we've read. Great job. And look at this. Where do you think these mice live?
I think that one lives in a barn and that one lives in a house.
Right, so the setting could be on a farm. They could be there, couldn't they? In a barn. They also could be in a house. We wouldn't want a mouse in our house, but they do get in sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure do. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is he doing?
Eating corn.
Eating corn. Do mice like corn? I think they do, that's right. And look at these guys. What are they doing?
They're biting the wall to make their hole bigger.
They are. They're biting that wall. Wow. Let's see what else. Look at all those books. Do you know any books or songs about mice?
Nope.
No? Have you ever heard of Three Blind Mice, that song? That's a silly song, isn't it? And here's lots of different books. How about The City Mouse and the Country Mouse?
Nope.
You haven't heard that one? I bet you will. Your teacher will probably read that to you sometime soon. All right, here they go. Hurry, scurry. Let's take a look at these words. Those are rhyming words. Hurry, scurry. Let's see what else is going to happen in our story. Oh my goodness. Where are they?
They're either at the pet shop or in a house.
They could be at a pet shop or in their house. And look at this.
It looks like 1,000.
It does. That's a lot of mice. Sure are. A bunch on that page. All right, and look at all these other little mice with the books and the food and all of the things that mice do. Are you ready to read this book to me? Okay, let's give it a try. Here we go.
I'll say it once. I'll say it twice. Mice, mice, mice are nice.
Great.
Mice have round ears. Their eyes are black. Mice have soft fur. White, gray, brown, or black.
And if you got stuck on that, what could you use to figure out the color words? What is that?
Their fur.
They're for the pictures. That usually helps a lot to figure out words.
Mice have long tails and tiny toesies.
Oh, good. I like the way you said the word long. Why did you say it that way?
Because the letters are stretched out long and they aren't like the other ones where they're smaller.
Right. And what do you notice about the picture?
It has a really long tail.
It sure does. He's got a long tail.
When mice smell food, they twitch their toes.
Okay. You know what? Let's stop right there. When mice smell food, do they twitch their toes? What might make sense?
When mice smell food, they twitch their noses.
Oh, we got tricked by that a little bit, but you read on and you saw that it didn't make sense, so we fixed it. And how about this word twitch? What in the world does that mean?
Wiggle or vibrate or shake.
Yeah, and can you show me a twitch of your nose? Oh, like a little mouse? Great job. Let's continue.
I'll say it once, I'll say it twice. Mice, mice, mice are nice.
Good job.
Mice can live anywhere, in a barn or in a house. If you see just one, call it a mouse.
Good job, buddy. Let's keep going.
Mice hold their food with two front paws. Mice teeth keep growing so they and
Do you know what that word is?
no.
No, that's a really tough word. Let's look at the picture and see if we can figure out what that word could be. What are they doing here?
They're biting the wall.
They're biting the wall. They're chewing on something. That's a tricky word. That word is gnaw. Can you say that word?
Gnaw.
Gnaw. So let's go back and reread that sentence knowing that that means chewing on something and see if that makes sense for us.
Mice teeth keep growing, so they gnaw and gnaw.
Did that make sense? It sure does. Let's continue.
I'll say it once, I'll say it twice. Mice, mice, mice are nice. Mice have great hearing but poor eyesight. Mice hurry and scurry all day and all night. Mice can be pets. Mice are oodles of fun. But unless you want hundreds, you should only have one. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice. Mice, mice, mice are nice.
Wow, what a good reader you are. You know what? You did some things in this story that I am just really proud of you about. You did such a good job when you got to this word and you said it just like it was printed, long tails. You used really great expression. You know what that's called when you're reading? And you used your expression when you got to your exclamation point. Great job, Rhett. And on this last page, when you got stuck on this word, what word is that?
Hundreds.
Hundreds. You slowed down and stretched it out. That is a really good strategy to use. Fantastic reading. I'm very proud of you. I like the way you did that.